There's a lot of exciting changes happening at God Family and Guns. Like many of you, we've been through a lot in the last several months. Of course, different circumstances and many of the same circumstances, but a lot of this has caused God Family and Guns to make some major changes, and these are things that we're incredibly excited about, so we mostly wanted to share it with you. Starting off, we're going to be putting a lot more quality into our gun reviews. Now, when we do like a top 10 list or that kind of thing, it's going to be a very similar format, but when we do a gun review, we're going to spend a lot more time filming the gun in action. We're going to try to work with some slow motion things and get better angles with better cameras. And so we wanted to put that out, that as we do some gun reviews, you're going to see some major changes. I think we have 3 gun reviews coming out in the next 2 weeks. In addition to that, when I first announced that we were doing the channel, The History of Weapons, we really only had a few videos out at the time. So I want to take a moment, if you have not subscribed to The History of Weapons, that link is below. When we first announced this, we really only had a few videos. Now we have several videos and a lot more content, and these videos we're really proud of. It takes a lot of time to do the research into a lot of these weapons. They're very different than gun reviews. However, we also want to add that we are doing a lot of firearm content and the history of certain firearms and firearm manufacturers on the history of weapons as well. One of the most recent ones we released was the history of Sig Sauer. So again, if you have not subscribed, click the link below. It's the history of weapons. I think you'll love it. If you like this channel, you're definitely going to like that channel. Third, we're starting an exciting new series on this channel, God Family and Guns, called The End Times. Now, this is something that I've studied for a long time in my life. I've prayed for discernment over the years when it comes to understanding prophecy, future prophecy for us and what these end times look like. And there is no doubt in my mind that we are living in those times, and there's several reasons why I think that. So starting tonight, we're going to be doing a series called The End of Times. I will be hosting it, and we will literally go through verse by verse through Revelation, explaining it in detail, pointing out current events. We'll also dig into Daniel, Ezekiel, Zechariah, Jeremiah, and Joel, as well as Matthew, to see what Jesus had to say about the end times and how we can know we are in those times. So if you're really interested in that kind of thing, I believe it's going to be an exciting new series. I believe it'll fill you spiritually and allow us to really look at the world around us and understand it better and what it is God has planned. So that'll start tonight. We're just going to begin with episode 1, and ideally we get to episode 185. But we will go verse by verse through Revelation and then hit a lot of the other prophets, and including some of the teachings of Jesus Christ, to truly understand what it is we're about to see. So that series will begin tonight, The End Times, here on God Family and Gun. And finally, we want to take a moment and thank those of you who have been supporting us. God Family and Guns has definitely been through its ups and downs over the past few years, and we are incredibly thankful to you, the subscriber. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, definitely click the subscribe button. And we especially want to thank those who are patrons to this channel. For the longest time, you were the ones that supported this channel financially, and we couldn't do what we do without your support. So thank you to the patrons. Thank you to the subscribers. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it. If you haven't subscribed to the History of Weapons, subscribe to that channel. All those links are below. So again, the 3 announcements we really want to make is that you're going to see a different quality and a different style of gun reviews coming out of God Family and Guns. You're definitely going to see a new series called The End Times. That's going to be an exciting series that's going to fill you with a lot of biblical knowledge and insight into the future to come. And finally, we're going to be taking a lot of time continuing to research the history of weapons on our History of Weapons channel. So there you go. Again, if you haven't subscribed to History of Weapons, that link is below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support our channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.